Well, here we are. We made it. Might be a little late. Sorry, guys. I should write a book about a day in the life of a tech. Hopefully the hair explains everything. Welcome back to the Build Show. I am your host over here at the Empower Gaming Studio, where all the magic happens. It's been a long day. Let's just put it that way. Put it like that. So, with that being said, and seeing as how we're starting 2 hours later than we anticipated starting, we're probably going to do a lot of heads down, focus, get this done type of stuff. So tonight might be a little light on the reading chat thing. I'll try to keep up on it the best I can, but given it that it's 10 o'clock now over here, and I'm just now starting this build, and I got to be up at 7 in the morning tomorrow, I'm probably going to do a lot of heads down, focused on getting this done. But with that being said, let's go through the loadout tonight, or the build out. Tonight, we are not building just any PC. Tonight, we are building a PC for Sam, and it is very specific. A very cool theme, not one you will see many of come through here. The color scheme tonight is a pink and black color scheme, which is my first ever doing a pink and black build. So I'm super excited to put this together and see what it looks like when it's done. I have a pretty good vision, obviously, of what it's going to look like, but I know it's going to look pretty sweet looking. So, all right, so for the CPU, we are running a Ryzen 7 9800X 3D, which has got the 8-core, 16 threads, and a maximum boost of 5.2 gigahertz, which has also got the second generation of the AMD 3D V-Cache technology. Thank you, AMD, for the wonderful extra V-Cache we got going here. We also have a Thermalright AM5 contact frame, which you will typically see me use on these AM5 builds almost always. There is not a ton of benefit of using that contact frame for performance, but for keeping your CPU nice and clean without having a thermal paste down the side of it, there's a huge benefit to that. I like to have them in there for a relatively cheap component that you can add to your build. Next is the thermal paste. We're planning on using the Arctic MX4 like normal. Thermalright Frozen Note, which is for the cooler, the 360mm AIO. It's got the three 120mm fans, which we're actually removing and replacing with Montech fans to have the same suited fans throughout the entire build. And then, of course, it's got the mirror RGB on the block itself that goes over the top of the CPU, which is a really cool feature, cool looking feature. Next is the Gigabyte B850 Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 7 ATX Gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. This is in black, of course, and it is available in white, just for everybody's awareness. This board is available both in black and white. The white version just has the ice baby at the end of it. The RAM we've got going today is 32 gigs of DDR5 6000 CL30 with my very favorite Cleve Bolt 5 series, or V series, or whatever you want to call that, but it is Roman numeral number 5. So it's the Bolt 5 series by Cleve. Next is our storage. So originally we were supposed to have an Acer Predator GM7, which did not show up. I actually just discovered that before this stream. It is still somewhere in limbo, so technically I don't have all the parts for this build, but thankfully I do have an extra, which was going to go in my system, brand new Samsung 990 Pro, which is about $150 more than the drive that I was supposed to put in here. So, yay. It's no big deal. I really don't care. I actually got really good deals on these, which was less than the Predator drive that we ordered. So technically, I did okay. You are just getting a much better performing drive than the Predator. It's about the same performance, to be honest. It's just a higher quality Samsung drive than versus the and also higher sought after drive. It's really hard to find those right now. So that is the bonus for waiting and having me do the build. CPS PSU. Oh yeah, yes, we are doing the CPS. And welcome to the build show, Some Giant Idiot. Welcome to the build show, Killa, over on Twitch and also on Kick. My favorite tech, welcome to the build show. Roy, the Intel guy. Holy case fans. Oh, you noticed the case fans, did you? Wait till you see what we have in store. All right, so outside of the storage being the 990 Pro, 2 terabytes, we have a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070, which is, we got the Gigabyte WindForce SFF edition, which is, I thought this one was overclocked, but maybe it's not, by Gigabyte. It's okay. I have it written down as overclocked, but I don't see it here. Maybe it is. I don't know. Should be the right card. I actually picked this one up myself over at Micro Center because the 5070s were very difficult to locate as of right now. So after many of delays getting some of these components here, we finally have everything, and we're still missing an SSD, which is ironic. And I didn't even catch that until just now when I came to do the build. Next is the case, which is the Vitro AL900. Mostly because we wanted a pink ATX mid-tower dual chamber design, and this was the case that we went through a few different cases. This was the case that we ended up choosing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this case. It's a dual chamber tower and it's pink. Just, it's not a brand I typically use, which is Vitro. I used to actually use Vitro a lot back in the day, like 3 or 4 years ago. So I have no problem using the brand. The only thing I didn't like about Vitro were their fans, and that's not a problem because we're going to be replacing those fans with Montech fans. If you haven't caught that, we have Montech fans going into the build. So these are the Montech RX 120s. We do have reversed options, or should have reversed options. Oh yeah, the RX stands for reverse and the AX is the normal. And then we also have the PC Cooler CAN 850, which is an 850 watt 80 plus gold power supply, as well as some additional power supply cables being pink and black, and then a 16 pin 12 volt high power connector cable from the power supply directly to the card. Although we probably could have just used the cable from the power supply, but I just wanted, we're doing sleeved for the rest of them. We'll do sleeve. The problem was I couldn't find a pink and a black one, so we just went with black for awareness. So that's why it's all black. Hey Kenneth, welcome back to the build show. Hey Ben, that new Windows update messed up my PC. When I get money, I will have you look at it. Oh man, that sucks. What did it do? What's the PC doing, Kenneth? Happy Wednesday, yes, Killa. It's a Wednesday. If anybody else hasn't noticed, it is definitely a Wednesday. It's been Wednesday all day. Oh my gosh. It's like rolling into the... I feel like we're still climbing uphill though for the week. Yeah, and then we're doing Windows 11 Pro on this system. So that is the system in a nutshell. I hope everybody caught most of that. If you didn't, you can always do !build, and I did actually update that for once. So you could read all the system specs listed there. Hopefully I have everything accurate and I don't have any typos in there, but that's a very high possibility with me. Welcome to Ben Show. Yeah, that looks right, except for the name was wrong there. Oops. Sam, Jacob, Sam. Oops. It's actually for Sam, but Jacob, the one that was ordering it with them, or with Sam, with them. Just a black screen. Ooh, that's not good, man. A black screen with a cursor blinking in the top left corner, or just a black screen straight up? Hey, thank you for the follow, LB Gaming 4. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get started with this build. I actually have table space over here behind me so I could put stuff behind me at my level without bending over. Yo, it's Jacob. I made it. Yo, hey, sorry about the delay getting started. Mr. Lasers Gaming over there on the YouTube if you want to chat with Jacob and Sam. They're over there. Black screen only. Yeah, that's not very good, man. Definitely bring it in and I'll take a look at it for you. Power supply, we don't need that. We don't need the graphics card yet. We definitely don't need all of these case fans. Holy crap. I'm gonna chuck some of these fans somewhere. Out of the way. Okay, so now that we've minimized the crazy, shove that keyboard over a little more so it's not in the main shot. There we go. Yeah. Much better. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by installing the CPU, the RAM, the SSD, of course the contact frame as well, and then we'll get the... we don't have any hardware with the Frozen Note. The Frozen Note uses the hardware already attached to the motherboard for mounting, so after we get these installed on the board, then we can actually just break the case out and move on from there. Oh yeah, that was one thing I was supposed to do before I started the stream was empty this can of trash. That is just full AF. So, haven't gotten to that. When you're doing it all, you just don't have enough time in the day. Okay, so here is our B850 Aurora Elite motherboard. Yeah. What's up, Tony? Welcome back to the Build Show. Do. Nice zoomed in experience here. Okay, so we're gonna get started by installing our 9800 X3D into this socket, AM5 sockets. Immediately I'm missing a tool because it's over on the other vent. This is going great. I borrowed that tool and forgot to put it back. So what we're going to do is open this bad boy up. Of course, verify all the pins are clean and good, and they are. Great. And then we are going to drop the CPU into the socket. Gently, of course. We're going to keep that open, as we are going to install our AM5 contact frame. So here we go. When I get some money, I'll bring it in. Don't worry about the money, Kenneth. If you want to bring it in, bring it on in. So we could at least get it figured out. Killa, what's up, man? Oh, thank you for the emotes. Much appreciated. We got Dancing Dinosaurs, RGB, and the famous Empower logo. Microsoft responded to the update and admitted it broke its system. Oh, that's nice. That must be a new one that I'm not aware of, unless it's one of the old ones. Because there was an old one that was doing that to us. Alright, so we're going to remove this bad boy. and replace it with this bad boy, which is our AMD AM5 contact frame by Thermalright. And since we're all colorful, and of course for Team Red, we are going with a red one. That's right. We're representing it in red. Rubbing it into Roy, the Intel guy. His heart beats red. Don't worry, you won't see that. The red will be covered up. Mostly. Fairly noticeable, right? There we go. Oh. Alright. 4 screws to install this. What I do is I am going backwards on the threads until I feel it starting at the start of the thread. I'll do like a quarter start to it, or like a half turn. So I know where the screw's at. That way we have evenly installed all the screws as evenly as possible. It's not going to be perfect. It never is. But now that we have this installed, the CPU is secured, and we can move on to the RAM, which we're going to be doing a 32 gigabyte 6000 CL30 kit by Cleve Bolt 5 series. This stuff is stuff I've been using lately, and it works very well, especially with AMD systems. And this is SK Hynix memory, if anybody is wondering. Call that an A2 and B2. Alright, next up is our SSD, which we're going to be putting in the top slot of this board. And we're going to be installing the 990 Pro by Samsung. Probably have a firmware update on these, because I'm pretty sure these have sat around for a while, so I'll make sure that those get done. Almost through that. That would have been great. Oh yeah, we don't even need that. Fancy. Forgot we have the fancy motherboard. Kill that. All that. That. All that. Good to go. Okay, now we are actually ready to break out the case, but we've got our CPU, our contact frame, our RAM, and our SSD installed onto the board, and we don't need to deal with the mounting brackets for the cooler. Hey, what's up, Tony? Over there on Twitch now, too. I was kind of surprised that Sky Tech had one of these braces on it, and Red too. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool to know. What's up, Steve Anderson? Welcome back to the Build Show. Tip the mic closer to you, please. Ah, yes, I know. We're going to be trying out actually a different mic here soon, Steve, so hang in there. I also am planning to get one of those clip wireless mics eventually, because I know I move around a lot when I'm talking and working on the builds. So I try to keep the microphone close to me, but sometimes I'm not conscious of it. Red means hot, blue means cool, right, Ben? No, red means hot as in attractive, blue means not attractive. Contact frame joke. Sounds fine over here. I'll give you a call. Thanks, Ben. You're welcome. Yeah, shoot me a text or give me a call, and we'll schedule a time for you to come over. No problem, Kenneth. All right. So, it is case time. Now I'm yelling because I'm conscious that I'm far away from the microphone. Oh. Ouch. I knew that was coming. Yeah, that's coming out anyway. Right. This glass panel does not come off without some screws, without removing some screws. So, I'm probably going to keep it on there, which is going to make it this a lovely experience. Very lovely experience, yes. Yes, I know, I need one of those clip-on mics. It's in the works. Also, got asked to review a microphone, so that was something I was supposed to have already set up, and I haven't gotten to it yet. So we'll be getting to all that soon. Do not worry, we are not using that. All right, we have all of our studs in place, so the motherboard's going in. We're also going to trade out these screws for black screws. It'll look real nice. Although the case hardware comes with silver. Let me see what it looks like. Or which one? Black or silver? Honestly, I think the black's gonna look better since it's black and pink. Thank goodness I have all these extra screws. The lady says black screws look better. Well, she's getting black ones. I already made that executive decision. I got her vision. I captured it. I understand the assignment. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome back to the Build Show. Hey, what's up, Tom? Welcome back to the Build Show. Black, yes, I agree. No pink screws, Ben? What? No pink screws, man. No pink. That would be pretty epic, though, if I whipped out some pink screws. I think everybody here would have to subscribe if I did that. All right. Black screws it is. Means we're probably not going to... Send these screws off with build, though, in case... Getting bonus. We have to change out... We'll have to change out all of the... Here. Two. Yep. Nice. It's okay. I like stuff like this. The nice looking motherboard, thank you. I think it looks real nice. Looking nice. All right, so next we're gonna start tackling these case fans because there's a bazillion of them. We want to get these tackled. That's it. We have some RXs. Bottom. And 3 RXs for the side. Now, this pack did not include a hub, but thank goodness I have all these extra Montech hubs, which we'll end up using. So, thank goodness I saved weird stuff like that. Alright, we're going to attack the bottom ones first. I do like that these fan cables, super long, really stretch them out where you need to throughout the case. Hey Ben, would you install Mac OS if someone wanted it? No, I do not support Mac OS, unfortunately, so I would decline that. I would have to be able to support it, and I am not a Mac guy. I deal with it on the professional side all the time, especially folks that want to use Office 365 with their Mac or Apple products. That in itself is sometimes very difficult, especially if there's a lot of security stuff. Like, man, you got to jump through all these hoops just so a person can use Apple. I actually forgot about how annoying the bottom of this case was until just now. So, that'll be fun. But it's okay, we'll deal with it. I just remembered how annoying the case is. Yep. Well? I've got... Absolutely gotta be kidding me. We're off to a great start, boys. And... Miss? Mrs.? Bro, I had a lot of time for 2023, I know. What happens when you go full-time? You go full-time and try to make building PCs a full-time gig. I did a lot of budget builds in 2023. A lot of budget builds, but they all counted as builds. Build is a build. Okay. Now we've learned our lesson, not... Fudge. What's Max doing? Max is just hanging out down here, mostly underneath me. Like building over the top of him. Tony, I got to do the power supply and the video card. I got the case swap almost done. How I do the power supply and video card? I'll do that tomorrow. Okay. Nice. Nice, Tony. Nice. She's got some nice parts. Oh, yeah. She's got some good stuff in here. Good stuff. Happy wife. Happy wife. Happy life. Nothing but the best. Right, Jacob? We did the best. Those were literally his words. He was like, he's got to have the best. I was like, all right, I got you. I understood the assignment. All right, now that we have the fans installed, there's our black and pink accent starting to form there. I hope that is the color that we're going for, because that is what we're going for. We're going to have. RAM is crazy now. I know, it's absolutely insane in the membrane right now. If you look up RAM prices, it's like, man, I'm just going to go back to bed, wake me up, put us over, not where I'm at. Not gonna lie. The amount of times that I've had to explain to people what's actually happening to, happening to RAM, it's hilarious. I'm like a broken record. Explaining the story about what's going on with the memory. Why is the memory so expensive? Well, first of all, basically the perfect storm. And in my opinion, intentionally done. I was originally going to send it with 64, but it'll have to wait until after taxes pick up. Yeah, your taxes and maybe a liver or two. Even PS and Xbox will be affected. Oh yeah, everything with memory is going to be affected. Your smart fridge is going to be affected. My RAM is over $100 more than I paid for it a couple weeks later. I know. It's why I said buy now or die later. Buy now or don't. Basically, is what it's coming down to. It's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. And top it off, it's also going to stay like this for a long period of time. It's not going to get better. I'm trying to tell people. Everybody's like, oh, what's the best price PC? I'm like, $1,000 is like the new minimum now. I can't do a build, because if you think about it, 32 gigs of just DDR4, or no, let's say 16 gigs of DDR4 memory. It's like $150 right now. And then a 1 terabyte SSD is like $150. So that's $300 just in your SSD and your RAM. And that's 16 gigs. That's nothing fancy. it's like the bare minimum. It's below the bare minimum today, in my opinion. You could buy a 5060 Ti 16 gig for less money than you, well, not for long, Steve. Those are going to go up. Especially when these bigger cards go up, everybody's going to like hone in on the 5060 Ti 16 gig as their supplement option until basically they're gone and their price will go up. So, I SHIT you not. This is going to be an SHIT show. Very soon. Very soon. Not to mention the wonderful Chinese New Year. Isn't that happening right now? So, prices are going to spike up just in time for everybody to get their tax returns. And it's just going to be god-awful. Shouldn't say god awful. That's terrible. Don't say that. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be very bad. Very bad. First of all, let me tell you, it's going to be bad. Very bad. So, that's just where we are, and the reality of it is it's going to suck. And it's going to get worse. It's like 2 years. Oh yeah, at least. I mean, the only way it's going to get better is if we make more, and the only way we make more is if we have more manufacturers make it, and that's physical. That's physical. So, and to make a fab that makes memory is basically a lot of time and money. And I think one of them, I think it's SK Hynix that already has that in the process. But we're talking like 2 years down the road before it's up and running. I saw my Western Digital Black SN850X go for $292. What I paid for, or what I paid to $600. Oh yeah, yeah. $3,000 for PC as minimum. We'll be at June. Yeah. Halfway through the year, Chris, we'll be right around that price tag. It's absolutely stupid. All right, let me get these zip ties in here real quick. I don't know if you guys want to watch or not, but it's all tied up. Oh, lovely. We have wrap ties. There we go. We got it all tied up so it's a little neater down there. Neater. Except for that. What are you doing? Scared. I don't know. What are you doing? Guys. H. Okay, so now we can do the side fans, shall we? We'll attack the side fans next. Tom says, what is the actual price of a Ryzen 9 7900 non-X right now? You know what? I actually don't know. That's a good question. I would assume it's around like $230. 230, 240 would be my guess. So, question, will Sony release the PS6 and will Steam Machine be made? Yes and yes. I mean, why they're going to make that happen regardless, and they don't care about the price. The end results is the price is probably going to go up I mean, you built me this same computer for me not long ago for half of what you could today. It's insane. But it's the hand dealt. Yes, that is correct. It is the hand dealt right now, unfortunately. Buy RAM and memory and power supply cost more than my whole PC did last year. Sheesh. Everyone will have to stop buying them for a while, make them go back down. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's just in demand. $230 for a 7900. 7900. I am thinking of a 9700. My bad. 7900 non-X. I have no idea. I haven't looked at that CPU in a long time. You made me question myself when you're like 7900. In my head, I read 9700. Sorry about that. That is the CPU that I was thinking of. Kilobyte, I have a Rodecaster Duo, and I see it has USB 1 and USB 2 that I'm assuming is for a different PC, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure on that. Yo, what's up? Do I need audio mixer to have audio from both PCs? Why is it so difficult to hook PCs together? Oh, you must be dual PC streaming. Sorry, Mr. Chat there. And this is over on Kick, guys. And does it get to a point when I figure it out that it acts as one PC? No. It will always be two separate PCs. So if you're doing dual PC stream, you have to, one, be able to capture the video, and two, this is what everybody forgets, capture the audio. So you have to capture both. Usually, Elgato makes a pretty good capture card that does both, where you have to run your audio literally through the capture card as well as the video. So it's capturing both the audio and the video. Makes it easier. Or the other option is, yes, you would use a mixer to send it to the other PC, capture it. But that is possible. So it's not that it's not possible, but if you want an easier route, the Elgato setup makes it a little bit easier. I just bought an Elgato HD60. I don't think that one has the audio on it. I don't remember the exact models of Elgato, but I know that they do make one because they make it for the PlayStation and Xbox to stream from those. Supply and demand, though, artificially created. Some would say AI created it. Yes, they probably do. It's probably all fake. Ordered it on big discount for 329 euros from 404. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a decent price for a 7900 non-X. Tony says they want to play on the cloud and make more money. Oh, yeah, they want you to play on the cloud. That's what they... Yes. That is what they want you to do. It's a good point, Tony. Trying to force us into the cloud gaming. I will always game on my physical PC. I will not game on a virtual one in a cloud. I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's so I think that card, that capture card that you have, the HD60S, does not have audio built into it, so you have to capture the audio through a mixer, and I think you have to plug a AUX in from your PC, your gaming PC, to your streaming PC, and then use a mixer to send that audio through to the streaming PC. Does that make sense? I can't remember the full setup. It's been a long time since I've actually had to do that, because I usually advise people not to do dual PC streaming anymore because the hardware is plentiful. So you don't really need to do that anymore unless you need the feature of being able to shut down your gaming PC in the middle of a stream and still have your stream up. That would be one reason why to do it. Time to buy a 7900 XT 20 gig GDDR6 for $699 on Amazon. That's not terrible. Not a terrible price, but I feel like you could find it for better. Okay, let's get started with these side fans. We're probably going to flip this over and get some zip ties on this stuff. Don't want to bend that too much. USB 3 there, USB there. This guy's gonna just poke out here. Guy pokes out there. Just get those plugged in and dealt with real quick. I don't even know how that's possible, but we have one effed pin. It's okay, we fixed it. It was just slightly out of place, which is strange for a new board. Did not expect to be doing these immediately, but that's okay. We can deal. Oh, nice. I didn't know that unplugs. We'll have to wait on that. Oh yeah, we made it exceptionally easy By not doing this first. Smart move. This was a high IQ build play, by the way. Putting the fans in first, making it almost impossible to get your fingers down here to these connections. Don't mind me, I'm just defying gravity with my, or defying physics with my fingers. Oh, for 11. Once you see these connections in person, you would understand what I'm going through right now. And then you're like, why did you do that to yourself? And then the answer is going to be, I have absolutely no logical answer for that. That is an excellent question indeed. Why would anybody do this to themselves? I have absolutely no idea. Okay. This one's the most difficult, and the last one. So, we get this. We are going to be in good shape. I think I'm just that good. I am that good. I just got it that quickly. There you go, guys. That is how you defy physics with your fingers. And now we need more zip ties down there, of course. Naturally, I spend way too much time on this. And that is what we end up with at the bottom here. Those two funky cables need another tie. That's it. What's one more tie at this point? Welcome back. Okay. Looking as clean as it's going to be down there. Holy smokes. Looks like a wonderful blob of wires down there, but there is nothing I can do about that with this case. Okay, next is the side fans. Finally. Let's see here. We've got a lot of chats over there on the kick, sorry. I'm just trying to figure it out, yeah. So before I got my computer from you, I had Best Buy fix my computer I got from them. They broke it with a full refund, so now I just have a whole PC sitting here. Oh, okay. Also, when I'm playing games, videos, and stuff lag. Gotcha. When you're... Also, when I'm playing games, videos, and stuff... When I'm playing games, videos, and stuff lag. Well, I mean, yeah, that's... What system is it? I can't remember. You'll have to remind me. I'm sorry. Tony, I really think you love to build in the Height X50. Oh, yeah, I would definitely. I know I will. I know I'll enjoy it when we get to that build eventually here one day. I honestly think the 5070 12 gigs is the best card to buy, especially a week or two ago. Yeah, it was the best it's going to be for a while. Kill a supply and demand. Yeah, we already read that. Yes, I am. What's up, Jabs? Welcome to the build show. This build is for Sam. They are in the YouTube chat somewhere, lurking, watching me as I struggle with cable management. I was taught to put those cords in first, lol. Well, in this particular case, I didn't think it through very well, and this particular case has no bottom cutouts for cables, so I have to route it around and around, which is unique to this case, unfortunately. As much as folks buying PCs, I see that PS6 or 7 declining. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to impact them or not. To be honest, it might actually push them over to a PS6 or 7 because of the price of a PC. Might have the opposite effect. Got 3 types of dark flash cases, all pretty damn good for the price. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it. We were thinking about a couple of different cases, but this is one that we picked out. I'm not at all complaining, guys. I'm just saying I am working with the cards that are dealt as hand. The cards that are dealt. Got some smaller ones for 43 euro. RGB fan. Nice. Love the cable management. If I wanted to build my rig, how much? If I wanted you to build my rig, how much? Really depends on the rig that you want, to be honest. Or unless you already have all the parts picked out. If you have all the parts picked out, it's 200 flat fee for me to build it. Meaning, you are bringing the parts to me, and then I'm doing the build, etc. Downside is you don't get a warranty by doing it that way. No warranty, because those are all parts that you purchased. It does everything. Yeah. My PC has a Thermaltake P3 Pro case. Oh, nice. The one with the 5mm thick tempered glass that weighs nearly, 10 kilograms. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I actually just did a build. Well, actually, it wasn't just. The last time I did a build in that case, it was probably about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago. But yeah, that's, do you do shipping? Yes, of course. Of course, this one's going to be shipped. We're going to be shipping this one. Shipping we do through UPS, and usually it comes about to about $150-ish with full insurance and all the packaging. Not cheap to ship a PC. We'll say that. Oh, come on. Especially if you want it fully insured. Not cheap. The insurance itself is like $50 just for the insurance on a higher end rig. I did not think this one through very well, did I not? Nope. Did not think this one through very well. Oh. The only if you have me ship international, the taxes and tariffs are 100% on you, and there is a substantial increase in shipping costs if we're shipping internationally, including to Canada. Believe it or not, it's stupid expensive to ship to Canada, even though all you're doing is driving it across a border. It's like, oh, that'll be an extra $300. So if you are not in the United States, it is, unless you desperately want me to do it, it is not ethical. Magnetic driver, my ass. I really got to say the biggest benefit His customer service is top notch. This is my second computer from him, and I won't go anywhere else. Sometimes I'm a little slow to respond. But that's because I'm really busy. Really busy means I'm in high demand, and high demand usually is a good sign. I'm good at what I do, right? That's how I look at it. Eventually, I'll get some help in here, and I'll be a little better for you guys. We'll have a better response time on stuff. But yeah, it sucks sometimes. There's some days where it's like, you know what, it is what it is, and there's literally nothing I can do about it. Today, for example, I was supposed to be live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We didn't go live until 10. Is what it is. But I'm still going to get it done. And I've noticed over time, it's getting harder. So I'm definitely getting to the point where I'm going to need some help soon. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Once again, defying physics. These are reverse blades, if anybody was wondering. And what that means is they're going to act as intake both on the bottom and the side. It's going to pull air into the PC as intake versus exhaust, which is why they look the way they look. And that's also why I'm putting them on the way I'm putting them on. Or installing them the way I'm installing them. I don't think we're getting that screw in there, to be honest. We're going to say, don't break the USB 3.0. And, go put that screw in there. All of this needs to actually route underneath. My honest professional opinion, these should route underneath. Perfect. Okay. And now that we've got our fans installed here, we've got more zip ties to deal with. Because, you know, we like zip ties. Where are my little... Thank you. These are what I was looking for. Ben, will you ever do a BTF build back to front? I actually have done that, Atman. We have done it here on the channel before. Mr. Man, this case is a SOB to work around. It's not that. I'm just being a perfectionist. Don't feel bad. But yes, the bottom of the case is probably the worst part. And we've gotten through that, so we'll be in good shape going forward. Gigabyte motherboard is on $179 at Walmart, Chris. Oh, I don't know which. Is it this board? That's not a bad price. Those are usually like 240 bucks. I really got to say the biggest benefit. Oh yeah, we already covered that. For some reason, I love and hate the case. It seems hard to build around. Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship, to be honest, right now. But we'll get it done and get it done right. You know, to be honest, we're going to reroute these. Because I'm a perfectionist. And I don't like it. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on out. Thank you. Get into that hole. Come on, boy, get. Oh, that hole's pretty full. I don't know if this is gonna work. Send it there instead. All right. Not too shabby. I think it'll work out just fine. My hair might turn gray, but we're okay. Okay. Get the rear fan installed. And then we get to tackle the AIO. The AIO. Can we get this? Can we get things said in a build stream that could also be said at a bakery? Do we get things said in a build stream that could also be said at a bakery? Need more detail. Polaris, welcome back to the build show. Aesthetics over everything. This is the way. There is no other way. You told me to stick with the Gigabytes board? Yeah, Chris. Gigabyte board is what I recommend. Who forgot to click the like button? Thanks for checking on that. Tony, where the hell does the power supply go? Looks like you're running out of room. It goes up here. It goes right here behind the CPU. Tony, so you can see up here at the top. It will go there. All right. We need one AX120 PWM for the rear fan. Do-do-do-do-do-do. You'll the cable in a minute. I built my PC on the box the case came in the middle of the kitchen, tiny kitchen. Nice. As long as you have good lighting and a amount of space to work with. I used to build PCs off the floor. Before I was building for people, of course. Once that happened, I was like, I gotta get a build station. This is absolutely ridiculous. Kind of like Harry Potter spell. Oh yeah. Things starting to take shape, guys. I am getting excited. Oh yeah, we're gonna deal with the EPS cables before we get the cooler in here, you're right. Yep. It's right. But it is starting to take shape. Yeah. Looking good. Let's get some of those cables in here now. Then we'll do the cooler, okay? Calm down. Whoops. Extension cables for power supply. This is also a Vitro product. You have no idea how hard it actually was to find pink and black without going to Cable Mod, which would have been expensive. It was a lot harder than you think. It's cable comb time. The most riveting part of the stream. Besides cable management. If you guys haven't noticed, I absolutely love cable combs. They're my most favorite thing about building PCs. I'm being very sarcastic here, guys, don't worry. Oh, let's see here. She went to bed. I probably should have as well, but she's going crazy for this one. She sees it. Oh, nice. The black and pink cables. I'm sorry for getting started so late. I feel bad. Kind of eats into the experience if you're not here. I feel bad. Sorry about that. Spacers in there for what? So these are called cable combs. They hold the cables true, so they don't look like that. Instead, they stay like that, which is a lot fancier. Much more fancy. And you know, if it's for a Jacob's Mrs., then we gotta do fancy. Do it right or just go home. I figured she would have appreciated the pink and black cables. I was also trying to find a pink that matched close to the case. This is a little bit more vibrant than the case color, but I think it'll get the job done still. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. Huh. I must have miscalculated that, but it's okay. We just need a EPS cable out of the power supply box. Okay. Oh, come here, you power supply, you. Oh, please. That was close. To bed. Good night, everybody. Oh, good night, Tom. Thank you for hanging out. As always, much appreciated for the time. And I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I've been very focused on trying to get this done because we got started so late. All right. I'm gonna have to sneak one of our power supply EPS cables in here. Pack only comes with one EPS cable, which I'm pretty sure I checked, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come with two. I'm pretty sure they sent the incorrect one, but it is what it is right now, so I'm pretty sure it'll be all right. It'll be okay. We'll do this. Yeah, I could... Bloody hell. I don't know why companies put stupid stickers on shit like... What? Excuse my French. I didn't say that. Oh, that drives me nuts. Oh, this is the CPU cable. That's labeled that, thanks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even put those cable combs on. I just covered it up with the streamer. There you go. Yeah, you could do that. 10:26 p.m. here. 11:26 for me. I gotta be up at 5 a.m. That's crazy. Yeah, if you gotta go to bed, man, go to bed. It's okay. We'll get her done. Yeah, it's 11:26 here. 5:20 a.m. there, Tom. Holy crap. I forgot. I think you're across the pond, aren't you? Yeah, it's coming together, Tony. It's coming together slowly, but we're getting there. I mean, it's starting to look like a build, yeah? Yeah. All right, so let's get our cooler, because we are now we're ready for the cooler. Which we have some special action for this cooler. Well, we are replacing the Thermalright fans that come on this with the Montech fans, so it's all the same uniform fans. Aesthetics first build. So we have some Montech fans to install on here. But this thing is going to look absolutely gorgeous when we fire this thing up. I mean, it's going to be breathtaking. Alright, so we're not even going to undo these twist ties, thank goodness. And we're just going to remove these fans and replace them with the Montechs. One of the downsides is we will have to use another hub, I think, for an ARGB splitter cable, because the Montech fans don't daisy chain, but the Thermalright fans do, so it's an intention by Thermalright to daisy chain the RGB to the motherboard header. And in this situation, we will not be able to do that. So, we'll have to get creative. Or get another hub. Okay. Hello? That is wild. That one didn't even include any screws. I think I've ran into that a couple times with Montech. So doing this is actually still cheaper. Buying a Thermalright cooler and getting a Montech fans. Cheaper than buying the Montech cooler that doesn't even come with the right fans. So this is actually the best case result, or the best aesthetics if you're using these Montech fans. Get a nice Thermalright cooler and then slap those Montech fans on there. Sometimes I do this in the King 95 Pro. If we have a little bit extra budget room for the extra fans, we'll do it. I missed those light up wires, lol. Light up wires? Oh, the RGB cable? All right, here we go. Let the madness actually begin. Oh, that just makes it. You guys, this looks absolutely beautiful. I think we did it right this time, guys. I think we did it right. No doubt in my mind we're doing it right. All right, I need our triple RGB connector splitter to make this happen. I need an actual splitter. This guy. That'll split our RGB. It'll work. Oh, did not mean... Okay. Next, the wonderful fun of mounting the block onto the CPU. This particular mount is actually relatively easy, although can be tricky in tight builds. This one isn't too tight, so we'll be okay. Loosening these thumb screws. I'm in better shape. Then we're going to apply our thermal paste and then mount that bad boy. Which, for those of you who are wondering, we're using the Arctic MX4 thermal compound, also called thermal paste. This is a 45 gram tube, so I could do about 45 builds with it. For the price, oh. outside of a riveting experience of cables on the back, awaiting my touch. We're almost there. And I guess the power supply as well. He's actually keeping count. Okay. Now that is starting to come together. Oh yeah. Starting to get some weight to it. Starting to feel like a PC. Starting to smell like a PC. I'd taste it, but that would be kind of weird. Hey, the 990 Samsung. You put in hers. I'm looking at my secondary drive for mine. It's $300 on Amazon. Is there somewhere better to get it? Or is that what they go for? $300 is what they go for. You just got a really good deal on this drive. It was going to go into my system because I got I landed a few of them for like 175 each, which is a really good deal. But they are all gone except for the ones that were sitting here for my PC and another one saved for another customer who is going to buy it. So all those drives that I got, they're gone. They were gone pretty much the same day. And I even set one aside for me. But it's okay. I'll put the Predator in there. Oh. So, no big deal. Yes, congratulations, Sam. This is going to look pretty dope. Chris says laser, he would have to put a date on it. I don't know. There is nothing wrong with selling and tasting your PC. Well, this isn't my PC, that's the problem. Smelling and tasting, sorry. Smelling and tasting. Well, it's not my PC, so it's kind of weird if I'm smelling and tasting other people's PCs. I think, right? Okay. So, I guess next we could put a graphics card in. Get that cable routed. Put the power supply in and deal with the cables on the backside after that. I mean, we were going to replace all of these screws here with black ones so it matches the theme of the build, right? Do that. Got another bucket of screws. This one's gonna come out anyway. So does this one. Glad they're sticky because I could just pull the screws out and put the screws back in. I'm 100% doing this for aesthetics, guys. And with that being said, the RTX 5070 shall go in. Which has pink on the box. Please do not be an Xbox 360 power brick. Thank goodness. Bouncing icon is all about... Oh, that's somebody submitted an emote over on Twitch. And that is just a feature on Twitch. You're able to bounce emotes on the screen here. That is why that occurs. Just thought of this, but I should put a GPU support bracket in this too. I'll be adding that before it ships. So I remember to do that. Okay. Now that looks like a PC. Just 2 slot. Twitch is also in real time. Thanks, Tony. That's cool. You toss between that or the Crucial T500. Yeah, just keep in mind, though, I mean, not that warranty will be that big of an issue with Crucial, but Crucial as a brand is exiting. So, warranty in general might be difficult down the road. They will most likely have a percentage of hardware there for projected warranty service, but that will eventually run dry. So, just keep that in mind. Pretty rare for me to use the brand Crucial in the first place. I've had difficulties in the past with them, with RMAs, and that was when they were not going and exiting. So, to give you an idea, I didn't really appreciate their service previously. They're going to make it difficult for me. Why would I buy their product? I don't do a lot of Crucial stuff here. And that is the why. They definitely done did it to themselves. Unfortunately, like I was saying earlier, they did not have a pink and a black cable for the GPU. Unless we want cable mod, and cable mod was completely out of the picture for budget. So, this is what we're going with. Plain black. Match the theme. Okay, so with that being completed, I can flip it over and enjoy the anxiety. Oh yeah, look at that anxiety. I saw all your faces just kind of sigh. I could feel it from here. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Samsung, to be honest. And Samsung's got a really cool software called Magician, which allows you to monitor your drive status, which I really like. So that will be installed on the system. Okay. Part of the stuff I install. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know what to do with all this. Holy crap. A lot of extra cable in here. I wasn't really anticipating. Just RGB and fan cables. Still need to get a SATA connector in there. Absolutely what I wanted. But about as good as it's going to get tonight on that front. That is just a massive amount of cable. That's about the best I'm going to do with that. Just a blob of extra cable. Alright, so we do have a problem. We got one extra RGB connector and only 3 headers here. I can try to run it directly down. In with the fan header. But it will be tight. I can make that happen. And the other problem is that it'll be running right underneath the power supply, which is fine. It's not going to hurt it. But that's typically what I would do. Oh yeah, this fan header is not going to work. And there is no other fan header anywhere nearby, so we're going to trade. Exactly what I want to be doing with a GPU already in here. I mean, a little bit more. A little bit. internally screaming. Very much so internally. Oh, thank you, Tony, for the member. The new gifted membership over there on the YouTube. Yes, I know. My tape, my neck. I do need a higher table. Okay, this is driving me nuts. We are so close, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. One more fun connector we have to deal with. And this is the rear fan that we're trying to get plugged in right now, because it has no home other than directly to the board down here at the bottom. Hold on. We got it, but I gotta go say goodnight to a little miss. Hold that thought. I'll let them bite. Okay. So now that we got those plugged in, basically the home stretch, getting the CPU cables plugged in, the radiator fans, all that needs to get plugged in, and then we'll be able to drop the power supply in here and have this thing fired up in no time. We are getting very close. Is already back on Twitch. You gotta have a splitter somewhere. Yeah, we didn't even need the splitter. We just went straight to the source. We had another header on the motherboard, so we utilized that instead. That was the only other option that I could think of that was going to work here. I really didn't want to use another splitter. These are also really loose, and I don't like that. Especially if this is going to be shipped. So we might tape them up. Only because these are going to be shipped, and I know these are loose. I don't want them to come loose. I'll stay shipped. This is just regular electrical tape. Nothing too fancy or special about it. Regular old electrical tape. And that one is a little too loosey-goosey for my comfort. Alright, and now the PWM connectors for the fans. These plugged in. and then we'll cable manage this. I think we'll just do a little bit of a wrap so it's up here at the top. That way, if we know any of these come undone or loose and RGB stops working, we know where to look. Top. But I'm not going to make that super tight because I don't want it to create pressure on any of those RGB connectors. So I'm going to keep it pretty loose. So just so it holds it up there and it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, next, put these and power supply. Tony, you said Barney5 on Twitch? Haven't been able to hit anyone in the chat lately. Man. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why YouTube doesn't give you the option to select who you want to send the gift to. It's kind of dumb. I agree. Not the biggest fan of that. But Orange 46 got the gift. Gifted membership tonight. I got 13 fans and 2 streamers. And I still didn't fill up my power RGB hub. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty hard to fill those up. A lot. So the downside to using extension cables and the power supply being so close to all the connectors is, well, this. You'll see. I'll have to figure out what to do with all these extra cables. I'm not going to plug in the PCIe cables because they are not required for the build, period. But I will plug in everything else. I'll ship the cables with the PC though, in case he ever needs them. Or she ever needs them. I've been going away from modular power supplies because I lose leftover cables. That's why I plug them all in, which really defeats the purpose of a modular power supply, but it's because I've had issues in the past where customers misplaced them. And then they're like, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta buy a new power supply to get those cables unless we reach out to the manufacturer and wait for 2 weeks for them to show up. And then they're usually like, oh, well, I can't wait for 2 weeks. And I'm like, well, then we're buying another power supply. Usually what happens. Almost there. Almost there. I mean, all things considered. There's a lot of cables in this case. That is, about as good as we're gonna get, to be honest, without absolutely looking like I've lost my mind. Plus, this guy helps hide a bunch of that. You guys didn't see that one coming, did you? I'm probably going to have to change my RGB power hub signal. Don't work with it. And I like signal. They have all sorts of cool things. Are you talking about the Lian Li? The streamers? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, this thing got full really fast. But it's gonna look pretty nice. Gonna look pretty. I don't know if I have black thumb screws for these. Oh, yeah. All right, who's ready to fire this thing up? Stuff a lot of PC in that case. Yeah, we got a lot of PC in there. That is one way to put it. Oh, I didn't even know you could fit that much in there. The downside is I won't be able to control the RGB. I'll get you here in just a moment. But I won't be able to control the RGB. So, that being said, the RGB is going to be rainbowy off the rip. A little too low. Right about there, looks right. All right. So outside of putting a GPU bracket on there, I have a Lian Li DB11 DB02 that I'll install before I ship it. Support bracket. have it here with your extra parts, so I'll make sure that gets put in before it gets shipped. And then checking to see if I have black thumb screws somewhere. Pretty sure I have a pile of them somewhere. I've got to have someone somewhere. Are you ready? Time to clean the old table mat there. I know it's getting pretty bad. Usually I just replace it because it's a pain in the ass to clean. And usually what I'll do is I'll use a power washer outside. And it's kind of frozen outside right now, so. All right, everybody says fire it up. Everybody's ready? You ready, Jacob? Jam? Sam asleep? Z's, what's up? Onra, welcome back to the Build Show. Ready, ready, ready. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, hopefully I put the power supply button on power. 1. Here we go. Uh-oh, snap. Yo, what's up, Mike? Welcome back to the Build Show. Just in time. Huh? Huh? We do have a post. We are at the Enable X 3D Turbo mode for Boost Gaming. I'm going to tell it no for the moment, but we are posted. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't change the RGB, but I wanted to go to like a bright pink or like a vibrant pink on this. I think it'll look really nice. But I can't change that until I get the software installed, which is a Windows install, etc. So, get what you get on the stream. That's what I'm saying. And the glass on would look a little different too, because the molding is going to be pink around the top, a little thicker. Just like the glass on the front here has a little bit of pink molding. So it'll frame out the pink a little bit. Thank you for the sub over there on the YouTube, Cub. Turned out great. Oh, thank you, Killa. Where do you get your streaming music? It's from Epidemic Sound. So I am fully licensed to stream the music without getting hit with any BS, is what I call it. Thank you for subscribing. Yes, I'm all red and AMD build. Oh yeah. But when in sleep mode, rainbow. Nice. Yeah, when you're representing the AMD brand, let's go red. I feel like Roy's gonna come out of the woodworks and talk about how blue is the best color. Blue is the best color, let me tell you. We have lots of blues, but blue, Intel blue is the best blue. I had amazing delivery. I had an Amazon delivery, so I was away for a while. It looks great. Lights match the case. The lights, the rainbows, but we're gonna go vibrant pink in the end. Former employee. Oh, former AMD employee. That's right. That's right. That's right. You told me that before. Love the build as well. Thank you, Tony. I did all blue except for the GPU fans are white to add a nice vibrance to it. Nice. Yeah, which GPU did we put in yours that has white fan? That has to be a AMD card then, or is it a Gigabyte RTX card? It's got to be a Gigabyte RTX card then. Yeah, that's what it is. I consult to Intel at one time in my career. A very tough road, yeah. I don't know. Like, Intel seems like they've got it together from the outside, but from everybody that's told me on the inside, it's not all together. Very bloated. The cooler fans, gotcha. Well, there we have it. We have the PC built and it's posted, so that's great. We've got all our RAM showing up, 32 gigs, and our Ryzen 7 9800X3, thank goodness. 3D, our storage is there, and obviously the display is working, so that's a good sign. We're in good shape. All we got to do is get Windows, do the BIOS, drivers. Probably got a couple more hours at least of actual work on the system, but and then benchmarks, of course, and then I get to play with the RGB lights. Yes, Steve. Now it's time for 4K gaming, preferably 1440p if you're playing multiplayer. I think Jacob said that this PC was going to be used for Roblox. I just want to aggravate everybody in the chat. Yeah, I think that's what he said her favorite game was Roblox. I'm being very sarcastic. 4K is overrated? Yes. In a way. It's just over expensive, I think is the right term. Too expensive to get true 4K decent performance. It's hard. You could do it on these cards like the 5070 and the 9070 XT, etc. Even a 7800 XT would probably run 4K. It'll run at 4K, but it's more going to be for like single player games, for the eye candy, enjoying that, because you're not going to get really good, you know, high frames with that. I'm waiting for the entire tech tube at 4K publishers to collapse. Yeah, I'm still running 1440p. I was running 1080p like 2 years ago, guys. I haven't, or like even a year ago, I think I was 1080p gaming. It took me a long time to make the switch just to 1440p. Star Citizens, No Runners, Minecraft, and the likes. Like, gotcha. No, those are all great titles. You'll really enjoy them on here. For fantasy gaming 4K, I get it. Yeah, exactly. Like single player 4K. This is truly a 1440p 2K rig. It's geared for that. And you can dabble with 4K in single player and enjoy it. Yes, definitely. Tell you the truth, I have had a hard time telling the difference between 8 feet away between 1440p and 4K. Yes, it is difficult. The further away you are, the harder it is to notice the quality, I guess, of the dots per inch. Or the resolution difference. Oh, okay, guys. I got to be up at 7. It is 12:34 a.m. here, so I've got maybe 6.5 hours here by the time I roll into bed. My feet kind of hurt, too. Been on my feet a lot today. And I have a hard floor on top of concrete with no cush. I was supposed to invest in one of those nice rubbery cushy mats for my feet, but I never did. Sometimes I just wear shoes. Today we're without the shoes. My feet are sore. Fidelity. Yes, Fidelity helps. I just went to 1440 2 days ago. I was on 1080p 100 hertz. Nice. Yeah, you'll feel that difference. You'll notice a difference there. Making that 1080p to 1440p leap, you'll never go back. Once you go to 1440p, it's really hard to go back to 1080p, to be honest. Oh yeah, I know, Tony. You got a 4K mini LED and a 1440p OLED. You can't tell the difference. I'm half blind. Well, you and me both. We're both half blind. That's why I wear the glasses. I can see well enough to still build. All right, guys. There's the build. We did it. We made it. We didn't delay the build one more day. We did it. So probably in the next couple days, hopefully before the weekend, I need to have this, if this is going out before Monday, because of our UPS schedule, it has to be ready and shipped by Friday morning. So if you don't get tracking by Friday morning, that means it is not going to be shipped out until Monday morning. And that's because UPS doesn't pick up on the weekend for us. They only pick up on weekdays. So if I get this done before Friday, then I will have a good shot at getting it out Friday. But the most likelihood it is not going to ship until Monday, being open and honest with the current schedule of everything. Oh, and making sure it's all done right. I don't like rushing the build out. I hate doing that because that's when mistakes are made. So I'll probably have this on a UPS truck on Monday for you, just to give you an idea of when it's coming out. And then of course it's going to require the signature when you receive it, so just keep an eye on the tracking to make sure you get it. I might as well drive down. I mean, that's just the UPS way, man. I can't control it. If it's not ready by Friday morning, it's not going to get picked up. It'll sit here until Monday and then get picked up. But I'll try. I'll try my best to get it ready for Friday. And if it's on the truck Friday, it probably would be out for delivery Saturday. Most likely, because you're in the same state. Not very far. I will try my best. I have one day to get it done. That means we have to get benchmarks going by the morning, no later. And I have to be somewhere in the morning, so yeah, we'll be cutting it close. Or I'll be up very late Thursday night. Again. It's okay. I can do it. I'll try. Probably work out better that way. So are you going to be around Saturday if I do get it on the truck on Friday? UPS bill is going to be like outrageous next week. The DGPU market is saturated. Yeah, I know. It is. I'm just saying 4K looks quite a bit better than 1440p. I agree. Not that it doesn't look better. It's great. It's just the performance hit you take if you don't have a beefy card. Okay. I'll try to do it Friday, and I'll keep you posted. And like before, and I can always have it shipped to a UPS store, so you can just pick it up there during their business hours. So just let me know, whatever works. I'll let you know by Friday, hey, it's ready, and I can reschedule the pickup, or tell them not to take it. if you don't want me to have it go out on Friday, if I have it ready. I'm waiting for prices to collapse, and the memory DS is holding prices up. Yeah, Mike, that's not going to change. It's going to be a long time before the memory prices change. We are in a GF situation, which you can use your imagination to define what GF stands for. It's just GF. That's your memory situation right now, and it's going to be that way for a while. Either way is good. Okay. All right. For any of you new folks out there, if there are any, make sure you join the Discord channel. !Discord in the chat. Especially if you want to hang out, talk about hardware, or even catch some games. Thank you, Some Giant Idiot, for dropping the Discord link. But that's a good place to hang out and chat with hardware. We answer a lot of questions there too, or I try to keep up on it best I can. But feel free to join the Discord channel. It's a fun place to hang out, joke, chat, ask for help. Lots of smart people in there. But with that being said, we are done for the night. I'm going to bed. That late start really hurt. So next stream, probably going to be Friday night. We'll have another build to do. We do have another build to do, actually. It's sitting back here. And I've got, finally, all the parts here for it. So we can proceed with that build. Another cool color scheme. White. Finally, we got to do another white one. But looking forward to building that one on Friday night. So we'll see you guys on Friday night. Make sure you tune in. Should be starting, hopefully, knowing me, around 8 p.m. Eastern time, not 10 o'clock. Knowing me, that's not going to happen. But, you know, we'll give it the old college try. So, thanks everybody for joining and hanging out while we did Sam's build. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good night, guys. GG, my $3,600 build is now about $4,500 in a week. Probably going to be around $5,000. Probably, Tony. Probably. Flip it. Go buy another PC. Rinse, wash, repeat. Have a good night, guys. Yeah.